right, this is an oral history of Dr. Eiichi Fukada. It's taken for the IEEE Ultrasonics, Ferroelectrics, and Frequency Control Society. We are doing this at the Kobayashi Institute of Physical Research in Tokyo, Japan. And today is the 3rd of December, 2014. So I guess we can begin. Good morning, Eiichi. You were born on March 28th, 1922 in Kokura, Japan.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little about your early school, childhood, things that you like to do?
I was born in 1922 at Kokura in Kyushu Island. And at that time, my father worked in a company called Toyo Toki. But present name is Toto. And Toto is known as a producer of shower toilet and also unit bath in hotel. So they produced a lot of different kinds of porcelain, ceramics. And he retired the company and he moved to Osaka and then Tokyo. So I accompanied with him. So I attended primary school, secondary school, and high school at Osaka. And then came to Tokyo because the permanent address of my father was in Tokyo. And also my aunt was living in the street of Tokyo. So during the course of high school, I was greatly interested in physics. I was just an ordinary boy, and I'm also a social man. But I liked to read many books. And so I want to learn physics. So I entered the physics department of University of Tokyo, because at that time it was the best school in physics.
And then you did a project. You did a project there on what subject? What was your research project?
Yeah, that was just during the war time. The World War the Second. So the period of lectures usually 3 years, but it was shortened to 2.5 years. But there was ordinary lectures. So at that time, Professor Yukawa was very famous as a Nobel Prize of Physics. So I attended his lecture on quantum mechanics. But his lecture was so difficult to understand for me. And as a graduation work, I took a course with Professor Kaya. And Professor Kaya was known as a very good scientist for ferromagnetism. And he moved to University of Tokyo from Hokkaido University. So I took his yes, the supervisor of my graduation work was Professor Kaya. But very unfortunately, since the war, the manpower was not insufficient in industries. So most students in universities and schools were all mobilized to go to factories or industries and to work for some purpose of war. So Professor Sato, he was a famous professor in acoustics, but he also worked on military work at the institute called Kobayashi Institute of Physical Research. So Professor Sato arranged 4 students of physics department to come to this institute, so including myself. So I couldn't finish graduate work under Professor Kara, but I came to Kobayashi Institute at the 4th grade of university, and I made them work to grow the single crystals of Rochelle salt. And the final element of Rochelle salt was produced as a sensor for submarine, which detects the hydrophone, which we use for detect the submarine.
I see.
So I encountered for the first time Rochelle salt during university student, and also I got the Kobayashi Institute. So that is the first of my lifelong work on field electricity.
That was very important.
Yeah.
It certainly was.